Weirdest foods from ancient Roman cuisine. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you time traveled to ancient Rome and sat down for dinner? Trust me, you'd probably lose your appetite before the first course. Welcome to the most stomach-churning culinary journey you'll ever experience. Roman cuisine wasn't just food. It was a wild adventure that would make even the most adventurous foodie question everything they know about eating. Let's start with something that might shock you. Romans didn't just eat food. They transformed eating into an art form of absolute weirdness. Their first culinary superstar? Garum. This wasn't just a sauce. It was the ketchup of ancient Rome, but 1,000,000 times more disgusting. Imagine taking fish guts, leaving them to rot in the sun, and then fermenting them into a sauce you put on everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Wealthy Romans would have servants literally catch their vomit during massive banquets so they could keep eating. Yes, you heard that right. These vomitoriums weren't just a myth. They were a real thing. Imagine having a job whose entire purpose was catching rich people's partially digested meals so they could keep feasting. But wait, it gets even more bizarre. Peacock tongues were a delicacy. Not the whole peacock, just the tongues. Imagine a chef whose entire job is to collect tiny bird tongues for the emperor's dinner. These weren't just any tongues, they were status symbols. The more exotic and rare the tongue, the more impressive your social standing. Want something truly horrifying? Let's talk about dormice. These weren't pets. They were a premium menu item. Romans would fatten these little creatures in special ceramic jars, then cook and eat them like we eat chicken nuggets. They'd roll them in honey and poppy seeds, creating what they considered a delicacy. Picture this. You're at a Roman dinner party. Instead of chips and dip, you're served plump, honey-glazed rodents. Bon appetit. Blood puddings weren't just a medieval thing. Romans took them to a whole new level. They'd collect blood from sacrificial animals, mix it with spices, and create intricate blood sausages. These weren't just meals. They were religious experiences mixed with culinary creativity. But here's where it gets really wild. Romans didn't waste anything. Cow urine. They used it as a mouthwash and a clothing bleach. Crushed snails, a beauty treatment, and a potential appetizer. Let's talk about something that might make you never look at salad the same way again. Romans believed certain plants had magical properties. They'd mix medications directly into their food. Imagine eating a salad and not knowing if you're getting nutrition or a potential medical treatment. Wealthy Romans would consume something called theriac, a complex mixture containing up to 64 ingredients, including snake meat. This wasn't just food, it was considered a universal medicine. One bite, and you're supposedly cured of everything from snake bites to bad luck. Here's a culinary practice that'll blow your mind. Romans loved fermentation so much that they'd ferment fish into a paste called liquamen that was basically ancient protein powder. They'd spread this on bread, mix it into sauces, and consider it a delicacy. Want to know the most shocking part? Many of these weird foods were incredibly nutritious. They understood food preservation, fermentation, and nutrition way before modern science caught up. Rich Romans would literally have entire rooms dedicated to storing exotic foods. Imagine walking into a room filled with live animals waiting to be your dinner, shelves of fermenting sauces, and tables prepared for multi-day feast preparations. Their banquets weren't just meals, they were performance art. Slaves would prepare elaborate dishes designed to shock and impress. A single banquet could last days, with hundreds of dishes served. So why should you care about these bizarre Roman eating habits? Because understanding their cuisine is like getting a backstage pass to one of history's most fascinating civilizations. These weren't just weird foods. They were a window into Roman culture, politics, and social structures. Next time you complain about your boring dinner, remember, you could be eating honey-glazed dormice or drinking fish sauce that's been rotting in the sun. If you enjoyed this journey through the most bizarre cuisine in history, smash that subscribe button. Drop a comment telling me Which Roman food shocked you the most? And if you want more wild historical deep dives, hit that notification bell. Until next time, thanks for watching, and maybe skip dinner tonight.